daily tactics doing galactic civil war content? Inconceivable. But we're doing it today, boys. It has probably been a few months. But I was feeling it, I was vibing with it, and I was like, you know what? I want to do a massive Imperial troop transport assault. So we have the Imperial troop transports here. They look like, I don't know, bricks? Just a massive slab of a vehicle. It's beautiful. It's got 2 turrets on the front, and there are many of them, maybe like 15 or so of them. Plus, they are accompanied by maybe 8 ATSTs and some infantry down the middle. So the Imperials are coming in big, coming in hot, baby. They got a lot of troopers, and they are going up against Rahm, Kota's militia, who is defending Naboo currently. I guess there was a bit of an insurrection on Naboo, and Kota sent his militia there to help out in the fight against the Empire, and right now they hold this city. Not sure if it's Theed, probably not Theed, but you know, looks kind of like Theed, so we might end up just calling it Theed. And Kota's militia is holding the bridges to the inner city, as well as sort of this vineyard area in front of it. They've dug some trenches, they've got some tanks of their own, they've got a pretty hefty defense here, so this should be a really, really cool battle, and I'm super excited to do it. Let me know if you want to see more Galactic Civil War content in the future. Don't worry, Clone Wars is always going to be my bread and butter, but maybe we'll start doing one Galactic Civil War battle a week or something like that, just to switch it up a little bit, you know, because it might get old doing Clone Wars over and over and over again without any spicing it up. And we might also do some Old Republic stuff soon, as well as some First Order stuff soon, so comment down below what you'd like to see. Like the video if you haven't already. Let's try and get 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. Subscribe if you haven't already. At 200K, we're going to be doing a big giveaway, and that's enough of me rambling on. Let's get this battle underway, baby. Alrighty then, boyos, let's go ahead and press start here and watch this massive troop transport assault get underway. So the infantry is obviously the slowest. It seems like the troop transport vehicles are a little bit faster than the ATSTs, and the ATSTs are a nice little medium pace. So the troop transports are just gonna kamikaze Rahm Kota's lines here, clearly. Let's get a nice angled view here so we can see the first shots getting fired. Rahm Kota's men letting the troop transports get nice and close, so that way when the infantry hops out, maybe they can just spray them down. But bada boom! There is a ton of fire underway right now. One of Rahm Kota's ships going down very, very early. The troop transports are barreling ahead, and the troopers inside them are trying to get out, but they just keep dying. What is this troop transport doing? Oh my god! It's just going for it! It's going for the Hail Mary! Look, it took a massive shot to the front. Maybe the person driving it got concussed or something like that. That can happen in this game, but it's just still going forward. That thing is absolutely nuts. The rest of them are taking a little bit more of a conservative approach to this war, and they let their troops actually get out, and the ATSTs are providing them some cover fire and things like that. But this one, oh my god, this guy was just going absolutely crazy. It looks like it did end up going down at the end there, but that thing caused one heck of a distraction. That man deserves a medal for his bravery. Or stupidity, not sure which. What do you guys think? Maybe a mix of both, you know? Something in between. Either way, now the troop transports are still wreaking havoc on these early trenches. You know, that one did manage to barrel through pretty fast, but it certainly did not take care of the entire problem here, though it did get some kills. ATSTs are doing pretty well, but a few of them are going down. They are probably the weakest tank in this entire mod. One shot with a bazooka and it goes down instantly, and wow, that was a chain reaction. One just blew up and the next one next to it blows up after because of the first one blowing up. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, boys. But what they lack in terms of actual armor and ability on the battlefield, they do make up for in their weapons. Their weapons are pretty good. They've got that nice little rocket launcher on the side. They've got just a standard machine gun on it, as well as a high-powered turret on it too. So these things can be pretty beefy, buddy, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. That TIE fighter that was already down explodes further. If the pilot wasn't dead inside of it, he sure is now. More of these troop transports trying to shove their way through here along with the ATSTs. ATSTs entering into the vineyard now. What an Imperial elite class thing to want to have. We must capture the vineyard so we can make our wine. Something along those lines. Another ATST getting blown to heck right there by some more rocket launchers over this way. Love to see it. Love to see it. This little hillside over here, I think, is going to be a challenging position for the Imperials to take. It is just so fraught with enemies, all lined up really, really nicely in some good trenches and bunkers there. So, you know, vehicle support is probably going to be pretty necessary. Seems like the troop transports are trying to break down these walls over here, but they are kind of struggling to. I don't think they're powerful enough to break those walls. I think those walls are pretty sturdy. There's actually a few of Rahm Kota's troopers left alive over here on the sides, but it looks like they're getting heavily targeted by the Imperials now, and they're bound to go down very, very soon. Another ATST collapses over there. Wow. It is getting laggier and laggier as we go. I think it actually might be due to these gyrating tanks over here, so I might just go ahead and delete them real quick. Sometimes the gyrations, the game can't handle the gyrations, baby. Oh yeah, that was definitely it, because we just went from 6 FPS all the way up to 14 in just a few seconds because we deleted the gyration. I hate to be the buzzkill, but you know, the gyration can certainly hurt. This one is gyrating, but it's probably going to explode soon, because if those things end up on their sides, they do eventually explode. So I'll just leave it as it is for now. More ATSTs up there are exploding themselves. It seems like the total tank assault seems to have gone downhill for the Imperials, and now it is up to the ground troopers that came out of the tanks. But you know what? The tanks did an absolutely phenomenal job of softening up Rahm Kota's troopers in the first place, so I think it was, you know, the right move to just yeet forward an armada of tanks, you know? Oops, we got more gyration over here. We're gonna delete that gyrator. No gyration on my watch, boys. No gyration indeed. This one's gyrating too. Oh yeah, that really helps the FPS actually. Now we're up to about 20, which is really, really good actually for a battle of this size. We do have at least one ATST left alive, actually just one ATST left alive, and it's firing its rockets and its lasers and its cannons. This thing is certainly a beast in terms of actual weaponry, but of course it can go down extremely easily. See, the big problem here is it seems like the Imperials are just absolutely sweeping right now. They are taking on Kota's forces and crushing them. But you gotta remember, there's this entire bridge defense over here, and as we know from experience, bridge defenses can be some of the most difficult things to take over. I mean, you just get stuck in that choke point rhythm and you are done. You need to break through that thing ASAP. So it would be good if that ATST can stay alive for a little bit longer and actually help out with the bridge assault, because having a tank can really break up the bridge assault and help out just absolutely tremendously. So maybe that will end up helping here, and we'll get to see some goodness here, baby. Maybe the Imperials will cop a nice little victory here. I gotta say, I'm kind of rooting for them right now. I don't know why. You know, maybe because the Empire never did anything wrong, man. These terrorists have killed millions, if not billions, of brave warriors. Dang insurrectionists, man. Dang insurrectionists. Oh, it looks like that ATST actually did end up getting wiped out, and it's starting its gyration. Stop with this gyrating stuff. Stop with it, I say. So we deleted it right there. But the hill is eventually getting closed, but you know, that ATST will not be present in the bridge assault, sadly. And not to mention, there are a lot of troopers going down in this hill assault right now, and the Empire really cannot spare too many soldiers at this point. They still have a lot alive, but I mean, they're going to need a lot for that bridge assault. So they need to lock down this hill right now. They need to stop mucking about and take out these last few remaining Rahm Kota soldiers if they want to make it happen. God, I'm like stumbling over my words today. I don't know what it is. Well, I guess I do know what it is. I did get up at 4 a.m. This morning to partake in a YouTube tournament, which was pretty cool. You guys will be able to, I'll make sure you guys are able to see that video. I probably won't upload it myself because I didn't record it super well, but another YouTuber, it's his sort of function. I don't want to like give away any secrets or anything like that if he wants to keep it a surprise, but I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say this. But I will definitely link it to you guys once it's uploaded and all that, because it's bound to be really, really cool. But sadly, the event was taking place at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I had to get up at like 3:30, you know, look presentable for the webcam, and then hop on. So I think maybe my fatigue is resulting in me not talking too good. I don't talk too good, boys. And clanged my watch against my my desk there. That's what that noise was. I also had some bean juice this morning, which was delicious and very needed. You know, the bean review today, we're gonna do Daly's infamous bean review because it's actually been a while. I gotta say, 7 out of 10. It was fine bean juice, but I think it wasn't like, it was maybe a little worse because I was so tired. I was like just chugging it down. I didn't grow to appreciate the bean juice, and that's why, you know, I feel like I'm not being a good hyper homie today. But you guys know I've been a hydro homie, man. I'm being a hydro homie right now. I'm actually wearing my hydro homie merch. I know you can't see me, but it's epic. It's baller. Actually, we had a May the 4th sale on the hydro homie merch, and I didn't think anyone would use the code really, because I don't know, it just didn't seem like, you know, all that special of a thing. My merch is, I mean, I like my merch a lot, but it's not like, you know, when Star Wars does a May the 4th sale on video games and things like that. I was like, people are probably gonna spend their money on that for the May the 4th sale, you know? But no, people actually use the code, so I'm super glad they did, because it was like 15% off your entire order, which is pretty decent. You know, I love it when people get the merch and send me photos and stuff, because it's just cool. So it was kind of cool to see that. Okay, either way, back to the battle here. It seems like things are not going well for the Imperials at the moment. They're getting sort of stalemated right now, and in fact, on the left side, they haven't even made it through the vineyard here. They are still dealing with some resistance, and on the right side, they're getting caught up in this tiny little doorway choke point next to the bridge. So things aren't going too hot for the Imperials. I do have to say they probably have enough squads left alive to actually take the bridge, but they're gonna need to hunker down, and they're gonna need to get her done, because you know, right now Rahm Kota's troopers are kind of clapping their cheeks, and you know, the Imperials are taking some pretty intense losses in these attacks. So you know, they need to really collect themselves here and perform well if they want to get the dubski right now. It's gonna be tough, baby. It's gonna be tough. Wouldn't it be kind of sick to get a Rahm Kota movie? Like, I'm surprised Star Wars hasn't really tapped into the video games, really, in terms of their IP, you know, movies. Because well, Disney, really, but like, I don't see how they didn't make a Delta Squad movie. That, like, people love Delta Squad. Not to mention Force Unleashed, that could make a seriously baller movie. I would pay to watch that 1,000 times over. Or even the Old Republic, man. Like, who cares if you're retelling a story that's already been told in video game form? I think it could still do tremendously well if they did it, you know? I just don't see why they don't do that. I think it would be a brilliant move, because it's an IP people already know, and it's proven to be a good story and a success in the Star Wars universe. So I just don't see why they don't do that. I think it's such a gimme, such a layup, you know? All right, we're gonna real quick squad up the Imperials. It's sort of a rule we do nowadays, where you know, where choke points are involved, we squad up the boys, so that way they have a bit more strategic like usage of warfare. Instead of just yeeting themselves forward, maybe they'll actually eat themselves forward together. Who knows? All right, the battle does go a little bit quiet there. We did have a big push from some stormtroopers over this way, but they all kind of got slaughtered. They got some good fire off, though, so you know, maybe they did some damage to Kota's troopers. I don't really see any dead on the other side of the bridge, so I don't think they got really anything in terms of kills. So That's a bummer, but, you know, at the very least, they definitely did do some damage. We have the similar situation going on right now with more stormtroopers crossing over into that exact same area and trying to get some shots off. Ooh, another guy taking the bridge area over here with a sniper rifle, but he does end up getting gunned down as he reloads. That's pretty tragic right there. Oh, we got some grenade warfare over this way. Kills one of Kota's troopers. Very nice. That's pretty well done. That guy gets slaughtered through the wall there. Absolutely brutal. Hate to see it, boys. Hate to see it. My goodness. Oh, this guy's peeking his head through these little holes in the walls. I love this type of, like, defensive positioning. Like, cutting holes into walls and, like, being able to shoot through them. I think that is so sick for some reason. I don't know why, but I just love the concept of that. I think it's really, really cool. We've got the same thing happening over here as well. A couple of Imperial Stormtroopers getting some nice shots off, but they do get clapped themselves. It's tough out here, man. It's tough out here. Another squad emerging into that same area. I don't know what it is about this area that the Imperials love to attack from, but they do love it, man. Hey, they're coming out a little bit better this time and actually getting more shots off at Kota's troopers, and they're not going down super fast, but they're not exactly getting a whole lot of kills either, so... I think this will be a fat L for the Imperial Stormtroopers right now. I just don't think they got it at this point. They are taking too many losses, and their numbers are dwindling a little bit too much, and they're really not getting, like, any kills. They got, like, one kill over here, and then I don't think they've actually killed anyone on the opposite side of the bridge. Let's actually check. Yeah, no, they haven't. Wow, that's actually kind of pathetic. Not a single kill after all of this warfare. Hate to see it, man. Absolutely hate to see it. This guy's moving in. He's got a, I think that's an EE3 rifle. The rifle Boba Fett uses, actually. Pretty cool rifle. I think it looks neat. It's got that triple shot kind of a thing going for it, which is cool. I don't know how powerful it is, but, you know, I like the concept. Ooh, this guy's gone where no stormtrooper's gone before. I mean, he died doing it, but he made it really far. I guess that's an achievement, you know? Very cool. Very, very cool. I actually don't think this bridge over here is crossable. Actually, the map creator put, like, just a straight up thing right there. Maybe you just can't get across it, so he just put that there to keep soldiers from getting stuck on it or something like that. That's probably what it is. Oh, we actually do have a pretty nice bridge assault going on right now from the Imperial Stormtroopers. They did manage to sort of get enough troopers out here to the point where they can, you know, create themselves a nice little front line, set up on some sandbags, and get to blasting, which is pretty cool looking. Lots of them still dying, but at the very least they are getting fire out, and it does look like they're starting to get their first few kills on Rahm Kota's men on the opposite side of the bridge. So that's good. You know, I'm proud of you guys. And look, they're setting up here too. All right, maybe the Imperial Stormtroopers are about to make a pretty hearty comeback right now. I mean, they do have to take out these guys on the opposite end of the bridge, and there's a lot of them, and they're going to be pretty tough. But from then on, I mean, there's still more of Rahm Kota's troopers, but I would say that it thins out. There are less troopers in the back lines over there. So, you know, as long as the Imperial Stormtroopers manage to take out this bridge defense, I think that's the hardest part of the whole map, and from then on, they might be able to power their way through the rest of them. That is, of course, if they can defeat these guys in a timely manner, because there's always the threat of just losing out extremely quickly, and that being it. So, you know, be careful, but, you know, this is promising, boys. This is very, very promising. Absolutely love to see it. All right, lots more fire going out. Oh, there's actually, okay, I take it back. This is not super promising. You know, after looking at how many troopers there are left alive, I have quickly realized that there's not that many. I think in the process of taking up this front lines here, they ended up losing a lot more troopers, and I just didn't really notice it. But yeah, the bodies are piling up over here, and there are very few Imperial Stormtroopers actually left alive over in these parts. So that is that's rough, you know, if we're gonna be honest. This is a tough situation now. Not many left alive, and Kota's troopers are still pretty abundant on the opposite side of this bridge. Who knows? Maybe what we'll do is actually have a part 2 to this battle in which the stormtroopers, you know, have already taken over the vineyard area, and then what they have to do is sort of start at this bridge area and attack Kota's troopers, you know? So that way the stormtroopers, you know, we don't have to see this first part of the battle a second time, and we can just sort of see the action from this point on, because I'd like to see the inner city fighting. I think that would be cool. What would you guys think about that? Do you think we should do a part 2? I mean, I'm planning ahead, you know, when the stormtroopers haven't even lost all their troopers yet, but I am like 99% sure that the stormtroopers have lost this battle. So I do think it's going to end up being a pretty fat L right now for the Stormy boys. They're sort of moving around a little bit here. Interesting. Not really any shots going out. Are you guys going to cross? Yeah, it looks like they're going to cross over the bridge right now. In a very orderly manner, too. Passing by the dead troopers next to him. All right, and then Kota's troopers decide to start firing. A brave move by the stormtroopers, or maybe more of just too much hubris going on right there, because a foolhardy move, to be sure. I mean, crossing the bridge just out in the open, strutting your stuff is not a great way to perform battle, if we're being completely honest here. So, you know, a little bit too cocky, I think. I think the stormtroopers need to rein it in. I mean, come on, guys. You guys are getting absolutely smashed, and then you strut your stuff across the bridge like that? Come on, fellas. Simmer down there, champs. You're not that hot stuff, you know? In fact, you are notorious for having terrible aim. That is literally what you are best known for, is having terrible aim. Let's get rid of that cocky attitude. All right, there's about one squad left, so I think we're going to just yeet. We're going to do the yeet and just send them over. Go on, guys. Over. Over and out. Here we go. The mad bridge crossing. They do make it to the other side. A few are dying. They're starting to get some shots off, but nope. They are getting pretty heavily crushed right now. I mean, this was a suicide mission. The end of the battle was over anyway. I mean, there's so many Kota troopers left alive. Okay, and there's actually one stormtrooper left. He's got 4 kills. That's not bad, dude. That's not bad at all. Yeah, you retreat back and tell Lord Vader. You have the terrible task of telling Lord Vader that you lost. All right, guys. So the troop transport battle for the stormtroopers ended in a failure, but I have to say that was really fun. I kind of missed the Galactic Civil War, actually, so maybe we'll do 1 or 2 of these a week now. Let's actually check out losses. Keep in mind that there were so many vehicles that a lot of the bodies have disappeared. I mean, you can see that right here. There's a lot of glitched helmets and blasters, but not a lot of bodies to go with them, except for these bodies back here, but I think these guys all blew up or were run over. So we're not going to get an accurate representation here, but I mean, yeah, I mean, look, that is not nearly as many stormtroopers as actually died right there. Way more died right there than that. But, I mean, you can kind of see where the major battles happened. I think this hill position was actually really good and took out a lot of stormtroopers. That was impressive. And then, of course, the bridge was the most impressive, I have to say. That was really good. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. I plan on doing more stuff like this in the future. Comment down below what you think. Subscribe if you haven't already. Big giveaway at 200K. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Hope you all are doing well and staying safe out there. I'll see you all later. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.